Hey y'all. All right, so let me grab something real quick. Bear with me. Nothing like being prepared. Quit laughing, it's not funny. Okay, so the reason I'm telling you the update of this situation is because I want you to watch it and I want you to not put yourself in a situation like this. I want you to take assertive action before things get to the point of no return. Okay. And what I mean by that is you know that you're toxic with your partner, you're toxic together, you're double toxicity, but yet neither one of you is going to budge. You're going to stay in the situation and let it get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay. So remember when I told you that a guy was being the victim and his wife has been abusing him and she treats him horrible and this and that, and he found out through other people that that wasn't the entire story, that he wasn't any better and he was cussing her out and giving it to her too, being abusive to her too. He wasn't really trying to admit that, but I said to my friend, well, did you address him on that? He said yes. And I said, what'd he say? He said, yeah, you're right. And, he admitted that he that he was being mean to her too. He's disabled. He's in a wheelchair. He's getting progressively worse. So he was getting everybody involved on his side of things. He was playing the victim, which they were mean to each other. This isn't a one-way deal. And things just got worse and worse. And we do believe that she's spoken to an attorney. And the attorney told her, if you can prove that he is not of sound mind, you can potentially put him in a home and you could have access to everything. Her and her son and their whole family, they're the reason the word greedy was created. Okay. The problem with greed is it's a disease. You can't get cured from it. Okay. And no matter how much assets you get, you're so goddamn greedy that you want more and more and more. And there's never an ending point. There's never, for somebody who has the disease of greediness, there's never an ending point where they're like, I finally got everything I've always wanted. I feel peace. No, baby. No, baby. No, baby. It doesn't work like that. The more they get, the more they want. They get a lot more and they want a lot more. So it never freaking ends. Okay? So what happened was, we do believe, myself and my friend, we do believe that she spoke to an attorney, and attorney's trying to get him to his situation to be where he's not mentally of sound mind, okay? And the reason we think that a lawyer told her that is because there was an incident recently. No one's going to know the truth. Only the two of them are going to know the actual truth, but they got into a fight. He put his wheelchair up against the door so she couldn't get in. And he wasn't responsive. And so she ended up calling, an ambulance and that kind of thing. And he OD'd. Now, they used Narcan. They brought him back around. I don't think he's telling the truth about the whole situation. I don't know if it was an attempt to himself or she did it because he gives her all of the power. She handles all the money. She handles giving him his medication. She is the king dingling in the house. You don't ever in your life, give your partner complete power over you. You don't do that. But he does. So what happened was they put him in the hospital and then they put him in a psych ward. See how it gets worse because you won't budge? You won't get up out of there? So she wanted him to stay in there. She was pushing for him to stay in there forever. And they wouldn't keep him. They've been fighting every single day, of course. She's begging somebody else. Let's just keep it real. Let's be grown-ups around here and let's pay attention to what's going on. She disappears all night long. I mean, come on, where do you think she's at? Walmart? No. They close at a certain time. Okay. She's begging someone else. And when somebody is intimate with someone else, that is when they're going to be the meanest to you. They're going to degrade you, humiliate you, belittle you. Everything is going to be a fight because I got somebody else anyway. I don't have to deal with you. People get extra cocky when there's, doing somebody else. They get extra cocky and arrogant. So it's kind of a red flag, like a gigantic red flag that they're doing someone else. They call the cops on each other. This has happened since I talked to you last about this. And he called my friend and he said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. He was trying to get everybody involved to help him get a assisted living, help him get an apartment of his own, which he doesn't need to be in an apartment. He needs to be in assisted living because his health is deteriorating at such a rapid rate that it's not appropriate for him to be in his own place. Okay. Doctors don't have time to go run into you because you got another crisis when they have patients to deal with. So you need to be in a facility that can help you 24 hours a day, if necessary, whatever the case may be. So he told my friend today for the 1 millionth time, I'm done. I said, no, he's not. And he's like this because I'm in the background going, no, he's not. And, when he got off the phone, he kept saying, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. We've been together for 30 something years and I just can't do it. So he got off the phone with him and I said, he's not going anywhere. Well, we'll see. I said, you don't go by his words, go by his actions, because people will tell you anything because they're using you. They're using you as a sounding board. They're using you to vent. They're using you to get their anger and frustration off. They spit it out, talk about it, rah, and then they can breathe and they're ready for the next crisis with this person. I said, he's not willing to walk away. I don't know what his problem is. And then my friend said, he's on Social Security, he's on disability. And I said, tell him to get his check no longer to the account, where it was. She also took all the money out of the account to another bank and he doesn't know where the money's at. Right, because you give this person too much power. Okay. So we both agreed to tell him, well, he told him, you need to make sure that you get your check sent somewhere else that she doesn't have access to. Yeah, I'm going to do that Monday. Monday? It's Thursday. You mean you're going to sit on it for 4 days because you don't understand the urgency. You don't understand that you are in an emergency situation. You don't understand that she's trying to antagonize you to hit her or retaliate on her so that she could prove that you are unstable and get you back in a psych ward and they might keep you. You don't understand that this is an emergency situation to get away from this person? He's not taking it seriously. So I told my friend, I said, let me explain something to you. I said, do not rescue his ass no more. He got you involved. He got me involved. He got your ex-wife involved because she could get you into housing if you need it, especially if you're in a crisis. She can help get you into not counseling, although he needs that too. She could get you into housing. And you got all these people trying to help you, other friends trying to help you, and your ass ain't leaving her no way. So basically, in essence, you're wasting everybody's time. So I said, don't go saving his ass no more, because you're exerting a lot of energy and time into a situation where he's not leaving anyway. I don't care what he done told you. He's not leaving. You stay away from him. I would stop talking to him, period. I would I mean, I have zero patience for stupidness. Don't waste my goddamn time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. So one of the things that he's jacking around with his money. Oh, I'll do it Monday. No, he's not. Let me explain something to you. Monday's gonna come and go, and throughout this entire process, my friend has told him, you need out of there. You need out of there like yesterday. Let's go ahead and I'm going to hook you up with, you know, my ex-wife. She could, not like that, okay? People, no. She could help you get housing and that kind of thing. And he just keeps backing down and staying with her. She don't want you. She hates your guts. Now it's at the point where you're embarrassing yourself because you're surgically attached to somebody who has no respect for you. Zero respect for you. And you still are clinging to their leg. Now you're embarrassing yourself. And people are going to lose patience with you, and they're going to lose the desire to help you because they know that you are using them as a verbal sounding board and you ain't changing jack and diddly. And when I heard his response when my friend said, you need to get your check sent somewhere else, I said, he needs a bank account with only his name on it where no one else can have access to it, not even her, especially not her. I would have did that the same day it was mentioned to me, but I would have been out of the house too. If I have somebody to help me get the hell up out of there, let me explain something to you. I'd be out of there so fast, I'd be like Roadrunner. Pew! And all you see is dust. You still staying in that situation? Look, not, not, He also said something about, which he keeps saying things like this. My friend said, she's trying to get access to your check. You need to put a stop to that. Oh, she's not going to take it that far. She has proven through no uncertain terms that she hates the ground you walk on. She's done a lot of sneaky things. And you're still acting like, well, she wouldn't go that far. And you know she's greedy. Her whole family hates your guts. Her whole family lives around the two of them. So you not only have her hating you, you've got her entire family hating on you. What in the hell are you waiting on? So I talked about this before, and I think that this is one of the many dynamics. I think there's severe trauma bonding happening with him. There's something called betrayal blindness. I've talked about this before. We're going to talk about it again. When you see with your own eyes that a person has done everything but cut your throat, for you to sit there seeing their evil, and you say stupid shit like, well, they wouldn't take it that far. She's not going to try to get my money. And you know she's greedy as hell. There's a safe that he had, or I guess the two of them had, or he had, I don't know which, and they stole all his guns. They took all his guns because her and her son are greedy. She's the type of person that if you had a car accident, and yes, this has happened to people before, you have a car accident while you're unconscious or possibly dying, she will come and rob you. Steal that watch off your hands, take money out of your wallet. Because you in a crisis, so you really don't need all this, so I'll help myself. I'm not kidding. And he's still stuck to her like glue. So I do believe there's severe trauma bonding. I think that he's accustomed to abuse. He may have grown up in an abusive home. This is a comfortable but uncomfortable situation, but he's not uncomfortable enough to leave. And for you to see someone's impeccable evil and you still blow it off like, well, not, uh, I, let's talk about betrayal blindness. It's a psychological defense mechanism that prevents people from recognizing or acknowledging betrayal. It's a form of denial that helps people maintain a sense of safety and stability. So if I keep pretending that this is really la la land and everybody has fights, and he's said that in the past too. And well, not everybody gets along. I mean, sometimes people have fights. You're calling the cops on each other, and this is just normal for you? All right, how it works. Betrayal blindness can occur in intense, intimate relationships such as marriages, partnerships, or parent-child relationships. It can prevent people from fully understanding the toxicity in their relationships. It can perpetrate a cycle of abuse and harm. Betrayal blindness is an adaptive coping strategy that helps people preserve their attachment to their partners. People may display betrayal blindness to preserve relationships, institutions, and social systems. Betrayal blindness can include unawareness, not knowing, and forgetting. It can extend to betrayals that are not traditionally considered traumas. Betrayal trauma can include feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, anger, rage, fear, and hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is an exaggerated state of awareness and constant scanning of surroundings for potential threats. The reason why the term betrayal blindness was coined in the first place is because experts realized this goes way beyond denial. This is way deeper than denial. So we have to come up with a stronger term for it, because this is not just a situation of betrayal, or denial, rather. This isn't a situation of, it's not that bad. It's that, but worse. Because your life is in danger. She could potentially end you. And you're okay with staying and taking your chances. Wow. It gets to the point, and we're going to keep it real, and we're going to keep it raw, and I'm going to talk about things that people don't want to talk about, but they think about, but they don't talk about. People are going to lose their patience with you, and you're going to lose your support system. If you're going through this and you're using people to just bitch and moan, and this person's mean to me, and this person did this to me, and this person did that to me, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it's as long as the Missouri River. People are going to start losing patience, because they're like, okay, we've been down this road before. We've talked about this a lot. What are we going to do? What's the next move? Definitive move, not you just venting. Okay? What are you going to do to put a stop to the greed? Or to curb the greed? What are you going to do to protect your Social Security check so that she doesn't spend every dime or put it in her bank account? Oh, wait till Monday. I would have put that in a single bank account with my name only faster than you can blink your goddamn eyes. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. So people are going to start withdrawing from you. They're going to stop talking to you. They're going to stop giving support because they know you're not serious about leaving. Until they see action, they're not going to take you seriously. They want to hear, my bags are packed. I'm in the car. I've hit the road. What do I do now? Well, you need to go to such and such office so she can help get your paperwork drawn up so you can get your own place. Until that action has taken place, people get to the point where they're tired of hearing it. And that may sound cold-blooded, but it isn't, because you're wearing people thin with your bullshit and her bullshit, and there's nothing, you're not putting a stop to it. Are you both getting off on the drama? What's happening? Okay. So people, they're not going to want to hear it anymore. They're just not. They're not. I had a friend back in the day, all right? We were friends for over 10 years. And when he's self-sabotaging, like this person, self-sabotaging, kicks himself in the wiener every day, okay? If he can, he would do it every day. He's just stupid. Anyway, when his fiance broke up, or girlfriend, who was going to be his fiance, supposedly, but he's married to his mother. I told you, he's enmeshed with his mother, and it's very dysfunctional. He'll never have a partner in his life. He'll never get married because he's married to his mother. Anyway, when they broke up, which she's tired of you being married to your mother, and y'all haven't talked about any future plans or nothing because you're still sucking your mom's teat, and she got tired of it. Okay, you still breastfeeding. She's tired, exhausted, right? So the plans that he had, he kicked to the curb. Unlike his father, who is useless. He's just sits on the couch and watches hockey, and that's all he does. And chores around the house. He's useless. He doesn't put his foot down with his son. Son, you're this old, this age. You got to figure out what you're going to do with your life. Nobody has that conversation with him because both parents keep him a child mentally. Okay, they're both dysfunctional as hell that way. Well, the girlfriend's dad wasn't going to play that game with you. He's going to be a man, and he's going to say, look at here. You try to get with my baby. What you going to do with your life? How y'all going to have a solid future? That's the only man in his life. The girl's dad, the only man that said, hey, you're a grown up. What we going to do for the future? You know, his father's a dunce, so he's not going to do that. Like I said, they're keeping him a baby. So, he said, I'm going to go to film school. And he's like, okay, what film school? Where? When are you going? In other words, I want some definite plans. Since you want to marry my daughter, or you want to be with her, y'all been serious with each other, supposedly, for all this time. And I need to know what your solid plans are. He don't want you blowing smoke up his ass. He wants to know some serious plans. What's up? And so he supposedly was enrolled or whatever. And then they broke up, and he went into a crying fit and a depression spell and withdrew from school. And that was that. And I said, what? He goes, yeah, I couldn't function. I said, let me explain something to you. Okay. I said, you have to understand something. And I know it's easier said than done. We've all been hurt by people before, but he's caused his own hurt because he was acting dumb. And she's tired of playing games with you. So she moved on with her life, okay? She got married and had kids. She's moving on with her life, and you stopped your life. Just put a complete stop to it. You need to stop that nonsense because she's going to do her life, which means you got to do your life. Okay, you can't mope about this for the rest of your days. I said, if I had known you and I lived up in that area and I had a vehicle, I would have swung by your house, pack your bags. I'm dropping you off at school. If you want to cry all the way there, that's cool. I mean, the ugly cry and that's fine. But you don't stop your future for some woman. You don't do that for nobody. You don't stop your life. What's wrong with you? I would have had you get a box of tissues. We're going to cry all the way up there, but you're going to get your ass in school. Let's go. Pack your suitcase. What else we going to pack? Let's go. What else you need? Where's your eyeglass case? Shampoo, conditioner, soap, whatever the hell else you need, all your clothes, whatever. We're not going to kick your future to the curb because somebody broke up with you. You done lost your mind up in here. Completely lost your mind. That person's going to move on. You need to do the same. So this current situation where this dude is glued to someone who hates his guts. I also believe that he's stuck on it's called sunk cost fallacy. I think he's caught in that too, because he kept saying to my friend, oh, we've been together for 32 years and I can't, or whatever the amount is, 30 plus years. And I just, we going through a lot and I just can't believe how you got to let go of all the years you've had with this person. I've talked about this before. You feel like I've invested too much time, too much energy, too much money into somebody to just walk away from it all. But that was then. This is now. All right? You are in a situation where it's physically dangerous. Okay? And since you want her to be your mother and you want her to give you your damn pills, she could have easily overdosed him and was pissed off when they brought him back around. I don't know if he tried to do it on purpose or not. I don't know. And nobody's going to know except him and her. But things are dangerous, regardless of what happened and how. Things are getting more and more and more dangerous, and it's escalating. These types of situations always get worse. So if you're willing to sit there and eat popcorn and to see if this person takes your life, or to see if you get so physically ill from stress that you die on your own from the stress, you willing to take that kind of chance, well, then that's what you're going to have to do. And you're going to lose support along the way because people are going to get emotionally exhausted with you and her nonsense. That's just the way it is. People are not going to want to hear that you're done every other day and then you all forgive each other or you forgive her because she's cheating, period. There's your first clue. She disappears all the time. Come on. People are going to get tired. They're going to get exhausted. They're going to be like, yeah, you're not serious about leaving. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm just tired. It's been 30-something years and I'm just tired. It's just reached a point of no return. How many times have you said that? But you don't mean it. You mean it in the moment because you're hot and you're angry. But when you calm down, you forgive. Or you forget. Or both. How many rounds do you think people want to go through with you? How many rounds? Before they say, okay, you know what? Y'all deserve each other. I'm done. That sounds cold, but what do you expect people to do? Go through this with you for the next 10 years? No, it's not going to happen. Then you're going to be more depressed because your whole support system has walked away because they're tired of hearing that you're done when you're not. You put yourself in that situation. I'm going to keep it real with you. You put yourself in that situation. You better make up your mind what you're going to do, and then you better stick to it, no matter if the person's nice, no matter if they lay you, because people get sex and they start thinking that life is grand again. Keep your damn clothes on and keep your brain turned on. Okay? Turn your brain on, start thinking, go into self-protect mode. It could kill me. She could take me out of here. She could overdose me on my medicine again, if she overdosed him the first time. My life is in jeopardy. I gotta get a wake-up call. Until you get a wake-up call, people are gonna get tired of you. I told my friend, I said, don't take him seriously, because he's just talking out of his ass. He's just venting like he always does. Don't take him seriously. Unless he actually physically makes a move and gets his ass out of the house. He can't drive either. He can't do anything. He has to rely on her for everything. She's got to drive him everywhere and all this. You never want to put yourself in a situation, especially with someone who hates your guts. You never want to put yourself in a situation that this person is your everything and you have to rely on them for everything. You never want to do that. I don't give a shit how much you think you love each other and this person would never turn their back on me. People have turned their backs on their partners every day of the week. It's probably happening right now as we speak. The court system and the actual courthouse is filled with people who swore on 10 stacks of Bibles, my spouse would never do that. And why are you in court? Because you're filing for divorce. But you thought this would never happen because you love each other so much. Staying in denial could get you dead. And she wants him gone so bad she can't stand it. And he's completely oblivious to her hatred. So it's going to get worse. And I mean, you just got to sit and watch the damage, and you can't intervene because he doesn't want intervention. So he wants to be his own worst enemy. Sometimes, and we're going to go there, sometimes where your head is at is worse than the abuse. And the reason why is because you are your own enemy now. When that person attacked you and did this to you and cheated on you and lied and everything else, that was horrible. That was just plumb horrible. But when you refuse to leave them, no matter what, now you're beating yourself up. Now you're treating yourself like crap. So you've got two enemies. You got yourself and your partner. Is that what you want to sign up for? Because the only person who could put a stop to this is you. Everybody thinks they have endless time. Time. No, you don't. And time's ticking and clicking right now. If you want to put a stop to the abuse, you got to get the hell up out of there. If you don't, you got to deal with what comes after you sitting there, just twiddling your thumbs doing nothing. Then when it gets worse and worse and worse and you end up in a box, people have to go to your funeral, you put yourself in that situation. I mean, I know that sounds harsh, but if you are, it's kind of like, people that are hostages, and they tell the bad guy tells the hostages, you could leave anytime you want to. The door's unlocked. And out of guilt, I can't go. This person fed me. This person did feed me. They did beat me all the time, but they did feed me. And they were nice to me sometimes before they punched me in my mouth and knocked my teeth out of my head. They still fed me a hot meal. So I can't go anywhere because that would be rude. Stockholm Syndrome. That's what that is. Y'all take care. Much love.